Okay, so let's just dive right in. Today we're looking at the Wilsonville windshield replacement costs and calibration guide.
Right.
And the mission here is, I think, pretty straightforward. We're trying to figure out why a simple crack in your windshield could cost you, say, $200,
Or
or it could be closer to 1,000.
it's that classic sticker shock moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're driving maybe on I-5, a rock flies up, and you just think, okay, quick fix. But for someone in Wilsonville, the price can swing wildly. We're talking from maybe $200 all the way up to $800.
That's a massive, a $600 difference. And looking at the data in this guide, it's not really about different shops charging different rates. It seems to track almost perfectly with how complex cars have become.
That's it, exactly. The guide kind of breaks it down into tiers.
Yeah.
So at the very bottom end, that's your $200 to $400 range. You've got your basic economy cars.
Older models, base trims, that kind of thing.
In that case, the glass is just, well, it's just glass. It's a shield to keep the wind and rain out. That's it. It's simple. But then you take one step up into that mid-range. The guide puts that around, what, $300 to $500?
And that's where you find most of the modern sedans, SUVs, trucks.
And the glass starts doing more than one job, right?
Correct. You're not just paying for a piece of shaped glass anymore. Now you're paying for tech that's embedded in it.
Like those little defroster lines or maybe a built-in antenna.
Exactly. Or acoustic layers to make the cabin quieter. The process to make that glass is just fundamentally more expensive.
Okay, but the real jump, the one that I think catches everyone off guard, is that leap to the high end, that $800 price point.
Right.
This is where the source material gets really interesting because the conversation stops being about auto parts and starts being about computer hardware.
That is the perfect way to put it. This is the world of ADS, the Advanced Driver Assistance Systems.
So your lane departure warnings, automatic braking, the rain sensors, all that. All of that. And here's the insight that I think most people miss.
Yeah.
Those systems use cameras and sensors that are physically mounted right on the windshield. They look through the glass to see the world.
So if you replace the glass, you're basically changing the prescription lenses for the car's own eyes.
That is a great analogy. Even the highest quality glass has tiny, tiny optical distortions. To our eyes, it's invisible.
True.
But to a computer trying to find a lane marker at 60 miles an hour, a fraction of a millimeter of difference can mean everything.
And that leads right to this other big cost driver in the guide, calibration.
Sure.
I feel like this is the line item on an invoice that just confuses people. It's not just some admin fee, is it?
No, not at all. Far from it. Calibration is a really precise technical process. When the new windshield goes in, a technician has to plug a computer into your car and physically realign those cameras so they see correctly through the new glass.
And that's where the cost comes from, the labor.
It's the labor and the specialized equipment. Sometimes they have to drive the car on clearly marked roads. That's called dynamic calibration. Okay.
Other times, it's done in the shop with targets set up at exact distances. That's static calibration. So you aren't just paying for the glass, you're paying for an hour or two of a highly skilled tech, making sure your car's brain is seeing correctly.
It's a safety issue then, a huge one. If you skip calibration, the features might not just fail. They could actually do something unpredictable.
Precisely.
So to make this really actionable for someone in Wilsonville looking at a cracked windshield, the takeaway is not just find the cheapest quote.
No, that could be dangerous. You need transparency. The source actually highlights a local company, Collision Auto Glass and Calibration, as a good example for the Portland metro area.
Because they're upfront about the breakdown.
Right. They make a point of separating the glass cost from the calibration cost right in the quote. Their number's here, 503-656-3500. But no matter where you go, the advice is the same. You have to ask, does this quote include calibration for my car's specific systems? It sounds like we really have to change how we think about this. You know, you're not just going to a mechanic anymore. You're going to an IT specialist who also works on cars.
It definitely feels like it's moving in that direction.
It really leaves us with one final thought to mull over then. As cars become more and more autonomous, the windshield is becoming less of a window for you, the driver, and more of a critical lens for the car's computer. So eventually, will the clarity of the glass matter more to the person behind the wheel or to the car itself?
That is a very real question for the future.
Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive. Drive safe.